Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, my name is Natalie and we are on a no buy of 2025 and saving money and getting the most out of your things. And today I just want to talk to you guys about how I save money with doing my beauty routine at home. And this is something that I have been doing for a very long time. To me, it's all the same and I get to cut my hair the way I want it cut, and I have learned all of this off of YouTube. Everyone's skills are different, but I think over time you will get better at a certain haircut if you like the same type of haircut. And for me, it's a very easy layered haircut. I really love like the wolf cut. It's so pretty. And again, my skills aren't like 100% yet, especially doing it all myself. So I'm gonna get better over time. And today I just like gave myself a slight little trim and a blowout and I dyed my hair. I thought this is the perfect time to do this video. I'm gonna go through the things that I do at home. Some people may do more. Some people dye their eyebrows. Some people dye their eyelashes. But this is mainly what I do at home. And I'm gonna go through the average cost of what it would be, at least in my area, to get all these things done, and then what I spend on products to use at home. And obviously I don't need to buy a tub of wax every time I wax my eyebrows, so over time it's going to be so incredibly cheap. But I just want to go through like what they cost, and they're gonna last months, and it's still way less than if I were to go get these services done. But getting your makeup done, people spend a lot of money to go get their makeup done, and that is one thing that I do not need to spend money on because I can do my own makeup. I love doing my own makeup. There's just so many ways that I save money by doing a lot of beauty things at home. Now, about 2-3 times a year, I go and get a pedicure with my mom. Sometimes we get a manicure as well. It just depends what we want to do, but definitely a pedicure. And it's mainly just, mommy daughter time. And I love doing that with my mom. And that's something that I enjoy is when I see my mom. So it's always a fun, special time for me to treat her. And we always get the top of the line pedicure every time we do go, because it's just me. And it's like, again, it's not something that we do often. And I want to treat my mom to a really nice, relaxing time. So we're not counting that in here at all. But pretty much when I'm by myself solo, this is what I do at home. I cut my own hair, I dye my own hair, I wax my brows, and I do my nails and toes. So I give myself a mani and a pedi, and I will go through everything. Now for the pedicure, I didn't like include the scrubs and the lotions. And I mean, most of us already have that at home. So it's not like an additional cost, like, oh, I have to buy these certain things for the pedicure. So I didn't really include that. I just included like the basic stuff that you need for a mani-pedi type of situation. Because I mean, I don't think all of us are giving us full-blown pedicures like every single time we paint our toes. But hey, that's just me. But you do you. Obviously, a pumice, I keep one of them in my shower. I mean, they're so inexpensive anyway. And, give yourself a good little scrub-a-dub-dub in the shower. So I'm sure I forgot some things. Please ask me below if you are curious of the cost of anything that I may have forgotten. But these are pretty much like the basic things that I do at home to save money, but also to get the result that I want. So let's talk about the haircut. In my area, it's about $50, I would say, even at a lower and higher end salon. Obviously, the higher end salon, it depends on who cuts your hair with the level of stylist that they are. But pretty much on the lower end of that, it's about $50. And then if you tip 20%, which again, I calculated everything with a 20% tip because I would say that's pretty much standard at this point. I would say $50 for a haircut, so that's $60. Hair dye, it depends what you're getting done, but for a full just one color is, I would say, average about $100. So I tried to take the average of like all these costs. Clearly, if you do like the balayage and highlights, like it's going to cost more. And of course, depending on your length of hair, it's going to cost more or less. So you get your brows waxed, it's going to be about 20, and then with tip 20% is $4, so it'd be 24. And then a manicure, I would say, is about 25. That's how much I used to spend before 2020. And that's for a gel mani. So that's one thing I tried to go off of what I remember spending back in the day, but also then looking it up, like what the average is and where I used to go for what the prices are now, because obviously things have gone up in price. So it was about $25 for gel, and then plus tip is 30. But I used to always tip more than 20% for my nails anyway, but I just did that on the low end. I think I used to tip $10 for when I would get my nails done, because I remember it being about 35. And then for pedicure, I would just do regular polish, and that was about 35, and then tip would be plus 7. So that would be a total of about $72. Again, depending on how much you tip, but you know, we're just going off of the average price as well, and it depends, you know, where you live. For all of that, that would equal $276 for the service and then tip. I mean, that's a lot of money. And again, this is on the low end scale. People will pay that just to get their hair done. When I worked at Ulta, people spent a ton of money at the salon. I couldn't believe how much people were spending, and they were coming in like every 2-3 weeks getting these services done. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a lot of money. And obviously Ulta is going to cost a little bit more than your like holiday hair super cuts, you know, or your specialty salons are going to cost more. You know, your privately owned salons, you're going to end up spending more money. So the $276 for all those services, that's still, I think, a pretty good amount for what I would typically spend, because I would just get full, you know, color. That's how I do my hair now. This is what I would do at home. But yeah, $276, I would say, is still pretty on the low end, in my opinion. I mean, that's just pretty crazy. So then I do all this at home. I cut my hair. I go off of like a wolf cut type of style. I always part my hair down the side and over. Rarely ever do a middle part since like high school. And I also felt like when I would just get even regular manicures, I never felt like I like the polish. I think that these nail salons use old nail polish, and I've gone to many different ones. And so honestly, after I would leave the salon, I would always put on my own base coat afterwards, and sometimes I would even repaint my nails. I would recommend bringing your own nail polish. Some people bring their own gel even, but if you're just going to use regular polish, I would bring your own. For hair cutting, so the scissors are about $16. Got them on Amazon, and those hair scissors are going to last you way more than just one haircut. And what's really great, like today, I didn't really give myself like a haircut. It was just like a very little tiny trim just to get those dead ends off. Because let me tell you something, guys. If you have dead ends, once they're dead, they're dead. No matter amount of conditioning, oils, it's not gonna come back to life. You need to cut off the ends. So just for a warning, okay? Trust me, I know from experience. Okay, so hair scissors, 16. The hair dye that I buy on Amazon are $12.16 per box, and I dye my hair about once a month, every 4 to 5 weeks. So again, I know there's people that dye their hair or their roots every 2 weeks. I don't have to. I get some grays like on my sides. I started getting them like up here a little bit with like my hair growing in. But yeah, so today I just did roots. I didn't even do like full head with a dye, just did roots. Yeah, $12.16. Wax is about $11.99. Sometimes, again, things will go cheaper. I got all this stuff on Amazon, by the way. You can go in store and it might be a different price, Walmart, whatever, but this is all Amazon that I buy all my stuff. The strips, so you put the wax down and then you need the strip to pull it off. Those are $6.50. Those will last you forever. The sticks, because you need the little popsicle sticks, the ones that I purchased are $4.99 because they're nice and like thin, which for my brow and my face shape, it works. And again, those sticks, like I only use one every time I wax my brows, and it's like a big bag of sticks. So I buy a wax remover, which is $8.99, and then aloe vera for afterwards, because you know I get all red, and that's about $13. For that is $45.52, which is absolutely insane for the wax. And then the hair scissors and the dye is a total of $28.16. So still very cheap. And then for nail polish, okay, my favorite is SE nail polish. I'll buy OPI. I buy Sally Hansen is great as well. Sally Hansen's about $10 now too. The base coat that I use, which is the Sally Hansen Hard as Nails, been using it for a billion years. That's $3. It's so cheap. The top coat I use is from SE as well. It's the best top coat you will ever use. And that is one thing that no matter what, I always put this top coat on. It is phenomenal. And I honestly think it dries my nails so well. I just regular polish, guys. I just use regular polish to the point where when I would go to a nail salon, they would think it's gel. Okay. That's like how great the top coat is. And I put it over Sally Hansen, everything. Love it. It's about $13. The cuticle remover liquid that I use is about $5. The cuticle tool, the pusher, is about $4. It's not expensive at all. And then cuticle cream to moisturize the cuticle is about $6. So all of the stuff that I buy for my nails and pedi is about $41. But again, you're not going to use the full bottles of nail polish after one time. So 41 divided by how many times? The total of buying everything that I need for at home, it's $86.52. But guys, now granted, yes, I have a ton of regular nail polish colors, but that's up to you. You don't need to buy all of them. To actually like write it all down and calculate, like I knew that I saved a lot of money by doing a lot of this stuff at home, but kind of like still $86.52, but divide that by how many times I use those products and still have them. It's not just a one-time thing. And if it was, it's still cheaper than the $276, you know, that you would pay. You know, I mean, in tips alone, you're spending quite a bit of money. Again, for the average costs for my area, it's definitely a lot lower than a lot of other areas, so take that into an account. But guess what? That just means that if you could be paying 2, 3, 4 times the amount. Buy your items, buy them on Amazon, go to Walmart where they're cheaper, and you will save so much money over time. And yes, it might be more time consuming. And also, yes, it is nice to pamper yourself and go out and get services done and that sort of thing. The fact that I do it at home, it gives me, I still feel like that really nice, like pampering feeling, because it's like me time sort of thing. You know what I mean? The other thing that I do, I buy scrubs, full body scrubs I do in the shower, hair mask. There's other things that I do. They were never services that I would do out. I really just want to talk about things that I would do out. I hope this video helped you guys. I will try to link everything below that I mentioned in this video and that I use, but obviously you probably could find more affordable things, but I would say that the things that I use and purchase are probably some of the most affordable on Amazon and at Walmart. Do you guys still get services out? I feel like ever since 2020 happened, I tend to do as much as I can at home just because I kind of got used to it, you know what I mean? And then realizing like how much money I really do save at home instead of getting it out. I like doing it myself and listening to my music and like being in my own environment and that sort of thing. And I still feel that good self-care feeling. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye, guys.